What's going on, guys? In today's video, I have an absolute gem of a video for you guys. A little bit of a ghetto setup here. Got my microphone on my above ground pool ladder here, but we're still going hard in the paint. As you read from the title, I'm a skateboarder now. Now I know what you're asking yourself. This guy's a skateboarder? Well, let me tell you, the Olympics 2021, they're happening. They're supposed to happen this year. This whole couple months of chaos has actually been a blessing because it's giving me ample time to train, to study skateboarding. I'm going to be in the Olympics in 2021. I'm going to absolutely dominate. Nyjah Houston, you're going to lose to me. Why does the title tell you guys that I'm a skateboarder now? Well, I kind of am. Now, I always was a skateboarder. I just sucked at it. I haven't skateboarded in about 10 years. But when I was a kid, I loved Bam Margera, Jackass, then Robin Big, all that stuff. I was terrible at skateboarding, though. I was awful. But it didn't stop me from trying. Every once in a while, I get on my old skateboards, and I get on them, and I realize, wow, these things are really small. So I thought to myself, maybe my skateboards were always too small to begin with. So during this whole quarantine nonsense, I decided to go buy a skateboard, and I'm trying to skateboard. Now, a few weeks ago, I did some shove-its on a rug in my garage just to try to get the spin, the pop, the flip going. And I could do a regular shove-it on the carpet. I just didn't have to worry about the board rolling away from me, because I'm not that good. I'm very unbalanced, kind of a goofy slob. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just wait, do these on the rug, not have to worry about the rolling, just get the technique down. Also, I wanted to get some wrist guards. Why do I want to get wrist guards? Well, in 5th grade, I broke my left wrist on Heelys. About a year later, or less than a year later, I fractured my wrist. I fractured my right wrist at a skate park. I wasn't dropping in on like a bowl with coping, but it was like a bowl, just didn't have coping on top. It was just kind of concrete, and then just went down. I was looking around, there was nobody around me. Went down, I ran over a 5-year-old. Okay, I broke my fall with my hands. I fractured my right wrist, and the kid just got up and walked away. I was like dying. My friend Justin had to help me out of the bowl, and I fractured my right wrist. So that was terrible. And then a little while later, between 6th and 7th grade and during the summer, I was at some apartments by my house skateboarding on the tennis courts. I decided it'd be a good idea to try to do a kickflip because I could kind of do it, not really. And that's like basically my whole goal here. If I can eventually land a kickflip in like 6 months or a year, I'll probably never touch a skateboard again. I just want to be able to say, I sucked at this, I practiced at it, I got better at it. I landed on the board with my back foot, not my front foot. Why is that important? I was bent over staring at it. The board popped up, hit me in the forehead, and I had to get 8 stitches in my forehead. The board popped up, boom, hit me. I was blood everywhere. I have both my old boards here. I'm going to show you guys. Let me see if I can show you the scar. Anyways, I do have a picture that I took before I went and got stitches, so I will show you guys that picture. It's from like 2008, and that's really, by that time I was like, you know what, I'm done skateboarding. I'm going to be a scooter pro now. I can do bar spins, I can do tail whips still. I still have a little bit of scootering ability, but let's be honest, I was only scootering because I sucked at skateboarding. So I'm here to fix that. Now, with that being said, why did I buy a new board? Well, if you look at my old 2 boards, I feel like they're very small, and honestly, I feel like even from back then, 10 years ago, I feel like they're a little too small. One's a 7.75, I think one's a 7.5. They're pretty skinny, and I'm a big guy. I'm 6 feet, 220 pounds of muscle steel and sex appeal. Was 200 pounds before the quarantine. I gained a bunch of weight. I'll lose it when the gyms open up. Not that worried about it. But, yeah, so if you look at my old boards, these are my 2 old boards right here. This is a Jackass Element board flip, or Jackass Element board, Bam Margera, and then this is a flip board. But this deck is actually, my first deck is actually longer than my second deck, which I was obviously older when I got the second deck, so I just think these boards are never good enough size for me. I feel like that is part of the reason why I sucked at skateboarding, to be honest with you. So, a couple weeks ago, I bought myself a Baker board, just plain old Reds bearings, independent trucks, Spitfire wheels. That I put the graphic on the outside because that's what I used to do with my tech decks, and this is just a big tech deck in my opinion. Now, with that being said, I haven't skated in a couple weeks because I was waiting on some wrist guards to get here because I don't trust myself. I think I'm going to get hurt if I'm not padded hardcore. I think I've laid out a good enough reasoning to you guys for why I'm a stumble bum and I need pads. So I'm going to be wearing a helmet, probably elbow pads and wrist guards. I'm not going to worry about the knee pads. I think they're kind of useless. I'll show you guys everything I can do on a board, and then I'm going to just try to land to shove it. So I'm a skateboarder now. Get used to it. Am I going to fall? Who knows? Probably. Hopefully, and for your guys' sake, I fall, because it'd be a lot more entertaining that way. Hopefully I just land to shove it once and go inside and play video games. Not because I don't want to skateboard, but just because that would be like a big... Like if I could just land to shove it. Because my problem is, when I'm on a board, I feel like I don't bend my knees enough. And so like I land straight up and down, and I just like lose my balance one way or another. So, ooh, I'm rolling away. So what I need to do is try to practice landing with my knees bent, because I feel like I always land with my feet together. I don't land bolts, and then I fall. So we're going to see what happens. I got kind of a ghetto setup here, but it's beautiful nonetheless. A decent, like I can land and shove it as long as the board doesn't roll, which sounds pathetic, but I can do it. And I can honestly make a board kickflip and heel flip very easily. My problem is I don't think I jump high enough, to be honest. I don't know if I'm ever going to get there. I might have to like do leg workouts for 6 months to be able to get the jumping ability in order to land these tricks. I will say I'm quite impressed with how skateboard helmet technology has improved. This helmet here, obviously it has the snaps here, but also it has like a thing you can just turn and tighten. You don't have to have it like buckled if you don't want to look like a nerd, and it still stays tight to your head and ain't gonna fall off. I have a TV box right there because there's a cute little praying mantis on a sunflower. I do not want it to be disturbed. It has styrofoam in it, so we'll be on that front. I have another TV box over here. I bought 2 TVs recently to cover the back, the barbecue, so we don't dent the barbecue all hell when I fall. I feel like I could land pretty good. I feel like a Mortal Kombat character, to be honest. Does it look like Liu Kang? Okay, that's stupid. So I feel like I could land pretty well and not get hurt. We will see though. And I do feel like I look stupid, but what am I supposed to do here? And in all seriousness, I do actually want to like document my abilities as a skateboarder, and hopefully I can show myself getting better. Maybe I'll just end up looking like a clown, I don't know, but that is kind of the goal here. I suppose I'll just do an ollie. Absolutely no lift on that one, that's for sure. That one was better. It is a little difficult. I don't have much room to roll or push, so it's kind of like, and there's cracks in the ground, so I'm kind of like trying to do the best with what I can here. That's my ollie. I might be able to, if I'm lucky, slide a credit card under the wheels when I ollie. I don't know. And that's what I mean with the crack. There's like cracks everywhere here. Okay, I got an angle that's a little farther away. It might cut my head off a little bit, but you can see more of my space I have to skate, and that's to me all that matters. That was a better ollie right there. I actually got off the ground some. Oh. So I have no idea what just possessed me to jump off the board without popping. I like got scared all of a sudden. When I bend down too much, I do that. I don't know what it is, but I hate it. Even though I know I'm kind of jumping the order of operations here, let me show you my kick flip and my heel flip attempt. I can usually get it to fully rotate. I think I'm a little tired. there's a few kickflip attempts. Obviously, I don't think I jump high enough, but I can get the flip down. If you go watch like YouTube videos of like Braille skateboarding, for example, when he's trying to teach kids how to kickflip, they got no clue what they're doing. I feel like I'm more advanced than them. If that means anything. But still got a long ways to go. Let me show you some heel flips now. So as you can see, it might not be the prettiest, but I have the flipping down, the flick and the board flipping down pretty good. Obviously, my problem is I can't even land to shove it. So I feel like once I get the experience of landing shove-its, I feel like everything else will come better, because my biggest thing is I think I'm just scared to land on the board. I also feel like I don't jump high enough though on those tricks. So maybe it's a thing where I'll never be able to land it just based off the fact that I don't jump high enough. That's everything I can do on a board. So I'm going to get to the main part of this video and attempt to learn to shove it. So here we go. Take a break first. I'm going to use the rugs here just to get my technique down, and then I'll try it with no rugs. I think I'm going to try it with no rug now and see what happens. Ooh, I was so close there. Oh, so close. My heels hit the ground, so even if I would have kept my balance, that wouldn't have been a land, but the closest so far. Oh, my foot was under the board. Wasn't the best rotation, but I landed it. There we go. I did it. Whew. I can shove it now. That's crazy. I know it sounds maybe ridiculous or whatever, but that trick, I could never do that trick. My friend Justin, he could not ollie very well, but he could shove it. I could ollie better than he could, but I could never shove it. So now, it feels good to say I can finally do a shove. I gotta do a couple more though now. Oh! I am, if not the best, one of the best skateboarders of all time. I showed my dominance here today. I wore all kinds of pads. Didn't even need them. That's how dominant I am. I'm amazing. Everything I do. Skateboarding just happens to be one of them. Red Bull. I see basketball players, tennis players, runners on your can. Score a legendary trip, USA basketball. I take that back. They're all basketball players. Red Bull, I gotta be honest with you. Seems like you've gotten away from extreme sports a little bit. Red Bull, you need me. You know you need me. It's a fact. You need me. You need to sponsor me. And look, I'm already showing off your drink. I'm already showing your drink. I'm taking the first step for you. I'm already pimping your merchandise, your product. Red Bull, I expect a contract in my email or sent to me via United States Postal Service, and I'm expecting it within the next 48 to 72 hours. If I do not get a contract, I will be contacting Monster, and you will be going out of business. Monster Energy, with me pushing them, it'll be amazing. You know, you're talking about all-time great athletes. I am probably one of the greatest skateboarders of all time with that showing right there. That was amazing what I just did on that skateboard. So, Red Bull, I'll be awaiting a response. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're new here to the channel. What is this channel about? I don't quite know. I do something different every video, but that's kind of the fun of it. So, if you enjoyed what you watched, please subscribe. I appreciate it. I got to 1,400 subscribers, so thank you guys. And I'll talk to you in the next one. Love you. Red Bull, you need me.